27 million humans live here, while this country is also the home of 200 million rabbits, meaning 10 times more than the human population. These rabbits have caused so much destruction in Australia that the government has declared them a destructive creature. Where rabbits are a harmful creature for Australia, and they have tried every failed attempt to get rid of them. Meanwhile, China has imported more than 4 million rabbits in the last 30 years, not to eat them, but to perform a unique experiment in the Kubuchi Desert, and the result that came out left the whole world shocked and surprised. Welcome again to Jawad Talks. Viewers, when a desert swallows green land and converts it into desert as well, this process is called desertification, and its biggest victim is the Kubuchi Desert in China. There was a time when the Kubuchi Desert was expanding at the rate of 500,000 acres per year, meaning every year this desert was swallowing about 500,000 acres of fertile land. At that time, China tried their absolute best and tried to reduce this rate of desertification. During the 1950s and 1960s, many projects were launched. Sand control stations were built. Trees were planted in the desert. But this ocean of sand was out of control. Then one day a local entrepreneur named Wang Wenbiao changed everything. Wang invested his money into a weird idea. He began placing dry bushes in square shapes on several hundred acres of desert and started planting willow trees between them, which we also call the beta tree. Willow is a type of tree that can survive without water because its roots go up to 300 feet deep into the desert searching for water. This wood is used to make paper and furniture, but only if the tree survives in the desert. In the Kubuchi Desert, strong winds blow sand away, scattering it, which causes the trapped moisture inside to evaporate. And to protect the willow plants from these strong winds, bushes were planted around them. In the beginning, everyone laughed at Wang, saying, "Look at this crazy guy planting trees in the desert." But no one understood Wang's intentions. Everything went right for the next 3 years. But then a new problem arose. The willow trees now needed special care. If they were to be sold to the paper and furniture industry, it was necessary to immediately cut the new branches so the main trunk could grow thicker. But doing this work in the desert was very difficult and very expensive. And this is where a new twist enters the story. This is the point where rabbits enter, specifically Rex rabbits. Rex rabbits are a special breed whose fur feels just like otter fur, very soft, expensive, and used to make luxury clothing. But why were rabbits brought here? Because one small habit of theirs changed the entire ecosystem of the Kubuchi Desert. Rex rabbits like eating the new branches that grow on willow trees. When they kept eating these new thin branches, the main trunk of the tree grew thicker, which the paper industry bought at high prices, meaning the rabbits ate their food and also provided raw material to the paper industry. On one side, the environment, on the other side, the economy, both started winning. But this was just the beginning of the story. As you learned earlier, willow tree roots go 300 feet deep into the ground. These roots started increasing the structural stability of the sand. And because of that, during strong winds, the sand no longer blew away and the trapped moisture inside no longer evaporated. Meanwhile, the rabbits started showing their real magic. The waste of Rex rabbits, their manure, began working as fertilizer. In China's zero-waste system, this also became a valuable product. Second, this Rex rabbit breed produces the most babies. One female gives birth to 50 bunnies in 1 year, meaning their reproduction rate is extremely high. As these rabbits increased, their manure increased and the land became more fertile. Soon the sand turned into farmland, where organic vegetables also began to be grown. Another important quality of Rex rabbits also played a major role in this miracle. Their other quality was that they can digest grass, but cannot digest grass seeds. Because of this, the seeds came out as is with their manure, and after some time the grass multiplied on its own, meaning rabbits not only maintained the willow trees, but they grew grass as well, and in the end their fur was also sold at high prices. This process became a self-sustaining cycle. The rabbits literally began turning the desert green. After this experiment succeeded, Wang didn't stop here. He rented 100 bulldozers and started leveling the sand dunes of the desert. He filled the pits, leveled the land, and started planting willow trees on that land as well. During this time, he encouraged local people to raise Rex rabbits. With the help of the Chinese government, he brought in millions of Rex rabbits and distributed them among the locals. Every home became a small farm. This project continued for 10 years, and the entire area changed. There was a time when nothing existed here except sand. Now it is a green area. The total area of the Kubuchi Desert is spread over 18,600 square kilometers. According to a UN report, 33%, or 6,250 square kilometers, has already turned green. This is the result of more than 30 years of hard work. Because of this transformation, the Kubuchi Desert is now known not as the Sea of Death, but as an ecological marvel. But not only the environment changed here, people's lives changed too. The Chinese government invested 3 billion yuan here, which is about $400 million. And with this money, new villages were built and new jobs were provided to people in the desert. Today, people's livelihood depends on millions of acres of desert. More than 2,000 farms are running, and every year 3 million Rex rabbits are sold. A farmer's average yearly income has reached 9,600, meaning the people who were earlier running away from the desert are now becoming rich here. According to an estimate, $10,000 lives have changed. In 2017, when media reporters came here, they saw that the environment had become 10 times better than before. Trees, grass, animals, and humans all were living in a rhythm. But now one question must be coming into everyone's mind. If rabbits can turn a desert green again, why are they dangerous in Australia? Actually, before 1859, there were no rabbits in Australia at all. Then a British man left just 24 rabbits here so their population could grow and British people could come here to hunt them. After 70 years, their population became so huge that they went out of control. In Australia, rabbits live in their natural habitats, while in China, they are kept in a controlled environment. They are only used as much as is beneficial for everyone. This is why rabbits are a curse in Australia, but a blessing in China. But the story of the Kubuchi Desert doesn't end here. Here also stands the world's largest solar power image, called the Jumna Solar Power Plant. Spread over 6,000 acres, this plant is made of about 5 million solar panels that form the shape of a running horse when seen from space. According to the Guinness World Record, this is the world's largest solar panel image. By 2022, this plant had generated 2.3 billion kilowatts of energy. With this, China saved 7,600 tons of coal and produced 1.8 million tons less carbon dioxide. But if you're thinking that this power plant only generates electricity, then you're absolutely wrong. This plant also fights desertification. Under the panels, sunlight doesn't fall. Therefore, evaporation is reduced, because of which grass is grown here. And to cut this grass, Rex rabbits are kept here too. The rabbits eat the grass, and with their manure they plant new seeds. In this way, desertification is reduced, free energy is produced, and in the end, rabbit fur is also sold at high prices. And because of the panels, the wind speed here has decreased by 50%. Less sand is displaced, because of which slowly the new land is also becoming fertile on its own. Today, if you go to the Kubuchi Desert, you will see sheep, goats, ducks, and rabbits living together. Under the panels, there is grass, and around them are clusters of willows. No one could have imagined that the Sea of Death would ever be called the Sea of Life. And it all began with the proper use of a small rabbit. Today, researchers around the world are calling this model an eco-economic revolution. According to one report, 50% of the world is desert and 40% is fighting desertification. Today, Europe and America too are trying to learn from China's eco-economic revolution. The message of the Kubuchi Desert is clear. If humans and nature work together, even a sea of death can become a garden of life. We hope you will also like and share this ZMTV video. Thank you very much for your loving comments. See you in the next amazing video.